I'm wondering if your Holy Week is qualitatively different for you. Perhaps because of the readings I do and the observances that I participate in, Holy Week always feels different for me than any other week of the year. So continue with me in our walk with John through his gospel as we move to John chapter 11, verses 45 through 57. Many of the Jews, therefore, who had come with Mary and had seen what Jesus did, believed in him. But some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what he had done. So the chief priests and the Pharisees called a meeting of the council and said, "What are we to do? This man is performing many signs. If we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and the Romans will come and destroy both our holy place and our nation." But one of them, Caiaphas, who was the high priest that year, said to them, "You know nothing at all. You do not understand that it is better for you to have one man die for the people than to have the whole nation destroyed." He did not say this on his own, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Jesus was about to die for the nation. And not for the nation only, but to gather into one the dispersed children of God. So from that day on, they planned to put Jesus to death. Jesus therefore no longer walked about openly among the Jews, but went from there to a town called Ephraim in the region near the wilderness, and he remained there with the disciples. Now the Passover of the Jews was near, and many went up from the country to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. They were looking for Jesus and were asking one another as they stood in the temple, "What do you think? Surely he will not come to the festival, will he?" Now the chief priests and the Pharisees had given orders that anyone who knew where Jesus was should let them know, so that they might arrest him. Our photo today is looking to the Temple Mount, looking towards the Lion's Gate, entrance to the city, from a church window on the Mount of Olives. Although there are layers upon layers of the temple, it remains an icon of a holy place even today. Underneath the centuries of destruction and rebuilding is what was then Mount Moriah, only visible now from deep underground. I'm wondering about the ways this is a metaphor for our lives, yours and mine. Wondering about the layers of our lives with God, sometimes moving towards and closer, sometimes moving further away. Yet all the while within us, there is this bedrock, Moriah, soul, spirit, light, breath, call it what you will. Underneath the building, the destruction and rebuilding that is our life, there is a constant. Our Moriah is the love of God for us. Let us take these thoughts and images into our silence. Is there a place that you consider holy or sacred? Our intention for today is to go to that place, either physically or even just in our minds, and listen there for what the winds of Moriah are speaking to you. May God bless you on this sacred journey, and may you be filled with God's peace.